Georgia dominates Auburn, 31-13. Athens, GA. After a tough loss to Alabama, the Georgia Bulldogs bounced back emphatically against Auburn, clinching a 31-13 victory. The win showcased Georgia's resilience and ability to handle pressure, even as the Tigers fought to make it competitive. Despite early concerns about a trap game, the Bulldogs quickly settled into their rhythm. They began the game with a slow start, managing only one touchdown in the first half. Auburn's defense initially held firm, but a critical late-half mistake allowed Georgia to extend their lead to 14-3 before halftime. Auburn's quarterback Peyton Thorne ignited a brief surge in the third quarter, leading a solid drive that pulled the Tigers within 4 points at 14-10. However, Georgia's Carson Beck responded with 2 touchdown drives, effectively sealing the game. Beck completed 23 of 29 passes for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns. Though he faced pressure throughout the game, running back Trevor Etienne was a standout, rushing for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns, helping Georgia maintain control. Auburn's Thorne threw for 200 yards and faced multiple sacks, with running back Jarquez Hunter providing a bright spot by rushing for 91 yards and a touchdown. Post-game, Georgia coach Kirby Smart expressed relief but acknowledged lingering concerns, particularly about sealing edges against the run and quarterback mobility under pressure. Meanwhile, Auburn's coach Hugh Freeze emphasized the need for discipline and fighting spirit moving forward. As the all-time series now stands at 6-5-5-6-8 in favor of Georgia, Auburn will look to regroup and find a path to success in their upcoming games, while the Bulldogs prepare for a tough matchup against Mississippi State next week. Christian McCaffrey's injury update. Christian McCaffrey will not be activated from injured reserve when eligible in Week 6. According to reports from ESPN, the San Francisco 49ers running back has been sidelined since Week 2 due to calf and Achilles tendonitis, following a late scratch in Week 1. While his return is not imminent, there is optimism regarding his recovery. McCaffrey has begun on-field work without any reported setbacks, which could pave the way for him to return as soon as the 49ers match up against the Kansas City Chiefs on October 20. Other potential return dates include the game against the Dallas Cowboys on October 27 or the following matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after the team's bye week. In McCaffrey's absence, Jordan Mason has stepped up as the primary running back, accumulating 447 rushing yards, second in the NFL, on an impressive 91 carries. Along with 3 touchdowns, the 49ers currently hold a 2-2 record as they navigate the early part of the season without their star running back. As McCaffrey continues his rehabilitation, fans and the team alike are hopeful for a swift and safe return to the field. Top 5 Sunday games to watch in Week 5 of the 2024 NFL season. Week 5 is packed with exciting matchups, including the start of the UK slate of international games. Here are the top 5 games you won't want to miss this Sunday. 1. Jets vs Vikings. Where? Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London. When? 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, NFL Network. The undefeated Vikings, 4-0, bring their league-leading point differential, +5-7, to face the Jets. Aaron Rodgers will need to clean up the penalties that have plagued New York, while the Vikings' defense, ranked first in quick passing EPA allowed, will challenge him. This clash promises to be a high-stakes battle as both teams aim for playoff positioning. 2. Ravens vs Bengals. Where? Paycor Stadium, Cincinnati. When? 1 p.m. Eastern Time. In a pivotal AFC North showdown, the Ravens, 3-1, face the Bengals, 1-3, after strong performances last week. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry will test Cincinnati's revamped offensive line, while Joe Burrow looks to build on last week's chemistry with Jamar Chase. Expect a fierce contest with significant implications for the division. 3. Bills vs Texans. Where? NRG Stadium, Houston. When? 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Josh Allen leads the Bills, 3-1, against a promising Texans squad that has shown growth with C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins. Allen's impressive stats, including a 0-interception start to the season, will face a strong Texans defense that excels against the slot. This matchup could highlight the contrast between Buffalo's high-powered offense and Houston's emerging playmakers. 4. Cardinals vs 49ers. Where? Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara. When? 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. The Cardinals look to exploit a banged-up 49ers defense while showcasing Kyler Murray's deep passing skills. San Francisco, led by Jordan Mason in the backfield, faces questions about their injury-riddled roster. This game could be a chance for Arizona to capitalize on San Francisco's struggles in the secondary and deep ball. 5. Packers vs Rams. Where? Sophie Stadium, Inglewood, Calif. When? 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Jordan Love's return is met with a challenging Rams defense that ranks first in pressure rate. With a growing connection with rookie Jayden Reed, the Packers will look to exploit weaknesses in Los Angeles' secondary. Conversely, the Rams will rely on Matthew Stafford and their emerging offensive talents to keep pace in a critical NFC matchup. These games promise to deliver thrilling action, standout performances, and pivotal moments as teams look to solidify their positions in the playoff race. Be sure to tune in and enjoy the action. 2024 NFL Week 5 Bold Predictions. As we gear up for Week 5 of the NFL season, analysts are ready to make some bold predictions. Here's what to look out for. 1. Steelers rush over Cowboys. The Steelers are poised to exploit a weakened Cowboys defense missing key players Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. With Dallas ranking 26th against the run, expect Pittsburgh to dominate on the ground. Najee Harris will rush for over 100 yards, marking just the 7th time in his career he hits that milestone. Justin Fields will also contribute, surpassing 100 rushing yards for the 6th time. Together, they'll push the Steelers to become the second team this season to rush for over 200 yards against the Cowboys. 2. Rodgers and Darnold combine for 7 TDs. When Aaron Rodgers and Sam Darnold meet in London, it's set to be a high-scoring affair reminiscent of their 2018 matchup. Expect a shootout with both quarterbacks lighting it up, combining for 7 touchdown passes. The Vikings will come out on top, improving to 5-0 as Darnold leads the charge in a thrilling offensive showcase. 3. Geno Smith's explosive return. Despite a slower start this season, Geno Smith is due for a breakout game. He'll take full advantage of the Giants' defense, which has struggled to contain opposing quarterbacks. Smith will throw for 4 touchdown passes, dramatically boosting his TD rate and solidifying his status as a top-tier QB this week. 4. Love throws for 4 touchdowns against Rams. With Jordan Love back at the helm for the Packers, he'll exploit a vulnerable Rams secondary that's given up big plays all season. Love continues his streak of multiple TD games, throwing for 4 touchdowns as the Packers capitalize on mismatches and the Rams' defensive lapses. 5. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry dominate on the ground. In a clash of rushing titans, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry will face off against a Bengals defense that has struggled against the run. Together, they'll combine for over 250 rushing yards as Jackson continues his dominance against Cincinnati, averaging 76.7 rushing yards per game in his career against them. Expect a powerful performance from Baltimore's dynamic duo. These bold predictions should make for an exciting Week 5, with matchups that could significantly impact the playoff picture. Keep an eye on these players as they look to prove their mettle. NFL Rookie Rankings. Quarter mark of the 2024 season. As we hit the quarter mark of the 2024 NFL season, here's a look at the top 25 rookies making waves this year. From standout performances to moments of growth, these players are already showcasing their potential. 1. Jayden Daniels, QB, Washington Commanders. Drafted Round 1, number 6 overall. Daniels has taken command of the offense, tallying 13 scoring drives in the last 2 games while throwing just 6 incompletions. He's showing why Commanders fans have reason to celebrate. 2. Malik Nabers, WR, New York Giants. Drafted Round 2, number 51 overall. Despite a concussion sidelining him this week, Nabers has already established himself as a top target with 35 catches and a league-leading 52 targets. 3. Olumuyiwa Frazier, Pittsburgh Steelers. Drafted Round 1, number 19 overall. Frazier is a bright spot for the Steelers' O-line, displaying strong leadership and skill at the center position after years of searching for a successor to Maurkice Pouncey. 4. Jared Verse, edge, Los Angeles Rams. Drafted. Round 1. Number 22 overall. Leading the league in pressure rate. Verse has been disruptive on the defensive front, though he must improve his tackling to minimize missed opportunities. 5. Kyrie Mitchell, CB, Philadelphia Eagles. Drafted. Round 1. Number 13 overall. Mitchell has held his own against a range of receivers, proving to be a valuable addition to a seasoned Eagles secondary. 6. Brock Bowers, TE, Atlanta Falcons. Drafted. Round 1. Number 4 overall. Bowers has proven to be an offensive weapon, showcasing versatility and playmaking ability that has made him a matchup nightmare. 7. Marvin Harrison Jr., WR, Arizona Cardinals. Drafted. Round 1. Number 23 overall. Harrison has found his stride, catching 4 touchdowns in 3 weeks while developing chemistry with Kyler Murray. 8. Kendrick Thomas, WR, Jacksonville Jaguars. Drafted. Round 1. Number 14 overall. Showing flashes of brilliance, Thomas has quickly become a key offensive weapon despite the Jaguars' struggles. 9. Talise Fuaga, OT, New Orleans Saints. Drafted. Round 1. Number 5 overall. Fuaga's seamless transition to left tackle has solidified the Saints' offensive line, as he remains unscathed by sacks. 10. Blake Alt, OT, Los Angeles Chargers. Drafted. Round 2. Number 38 overall. Alt's reliable play has earned him respect, especially after a strong showing against Max Crosby in Week 1. 11. Khalil Sweat, DL, Tennessee Titans. Drafted. Round 1. Number 15 overall. Sweat has been a force in the trenches, providing stability against the run as a massive presence on the defensive line. 12. Justin Latu, edge, Indianapolis Colts. Drafted. Round 1. Number 7 overall. Latu's impact is growing as he becomes more involved, tallying impressive pressures and key plays in critical moments. 13. DeWand Latham, OT, Washington Commanders. Drafted. Round 1. Number 30 overall. Latham's growth has been impressive, allowing minimal pressures since his Rocky debut. 14. Nate Wiggins, CB, Baltimore Ravens. Drafted. Round 2. Number 47 overall. After a shaky start, Wiggins rebounded to show promise in his recent performances, demonstrating resilience and talent. 15. Jordan Newman, S, New York Giants. Drafted. Round 4. Number 134 overall. Newman is establishing himself as a reliable safety with a knack for tackling and a bright future ahead. 16. Jackson Allen, RB, New York Jets. Drafted. Round 3. Number 70 overall. Allen has shown his versatility as a runner and receiver, already making impactful plays. 17. Drew Phillips, DB, Tennessee Titans. Drafted. Round 3. Number 89 overall. Phillips is recovering from an injury but has displayed significant potential as a physical defender. 18. Tyke Smith, DB, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Drafted. Round 2. Number 42 overall. Despite a costly mistake, Smith's early play has been encouraging, showcasing his instinctive play style. 19. J.J. Lassiter, CB, Houston Texans. Drafted. Round 3. Number 86 overall. Lassiter has been a pleasant surprise, excelling in coverage and becoming a trusted defender. 20. Puni, OL, San Francisco 49ers. Drafted. Round 1. Number 26 overall. Puni has exceeded expectations, contributing to a more balanced and effective 49ers offensive line. 21. Graham Barton, C. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Drafted. Round 2. Number 34 overall. Barton's learning curve has shown promise, particularly in tough matchups. 22. Ladd McConkey, WR, Los Angeles Chargers. Drafted. Round 4. Number 125 overall. McConkey has quickly become a reliable target in the Chargers' passing attack, leading in multiple receiving categories. 23. Bucky Irving, RB, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Drafted. Round 1. Number 28 overall. Despite a rough outing, Irving has flashed his potential with agility and vision, proving he can contribute significantly. 24. Jet Worthy. WR. Kansas City Chiefs. Drafted. Round 1. Number 1 overall. Worthy's speed is a game-changer, but he needs to evolve into a more complete receiver. 25. Caleb Williams. QB. Chicago Bears. Drafted. Round 1. Number 2 overall. Williams has had a challenging start, but his raw talent and flashes of brilliance keep him on this list for now. This list highlights just how dynamic the 2024 rookie class is shaping up to be. With plenty of football left to play, expect these rankings to evolve as players adjust and improve throughout the season.